everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late season win. It's the Dolphins going up against the Falcons. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. First down, Tannehill. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Here's Tannehill being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Shift together here from the D-line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. That's caught at the 3. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Koamisi able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Eight yards still remaining here on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now that definitely hurts, because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that brings up fourth down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Credit
him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They run again with Peterson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
On the screen, this is Coleman. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Landry now on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this is going to be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
Now Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that one results in 35 yards. So for that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On 1st down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here come the Dolphins. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And some room to work. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lopped it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a Miami 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and now it's second down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And now they're in the hurry up. Tannehill on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 4th down. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. Now they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But they went for the big play there. But that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Ryan over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now Landry. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Tannehill on the move to his left. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
You have to control the guy playing over the nose in order to run the ball up the middle against a 3-4, and they did that very well on that play. And that hurts the linebackers because what they're counting on, especially the guys in the middle, is that nose taking on 2, sometimes 3 blockers, eating those guys up around the linebackers to run free and make a play. But when they control the nose, it allows other guys to get upfield to that second level and block the linebackers, and now the running back's got some room to roam. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just any...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta first down. So the first connection there, Ryan, to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it appears so goes the team, and they need to be on the same page, in sync, and they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And finding the tight end Hooper. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He's got time in the pocket. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on off.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On second down, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Koamisi in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. There's the option going right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll see if they can pick it up here with a fullback Felton. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th down, ball's at the 1-yard line. Do you go for it, or do you go ahead and kick a field goal? I think because you're going to end up giving a long field even if you don't score, I put my trust in my defense. I go for it and try and get the points.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Showing some grits and some guts going for it. Their 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And out come the Dolphins now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good...
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Tannehill. And Fasano here brings it in. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On first down, Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On second down, it's Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Jeff Janis, 77 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for